Hey everyone, Tech here, and this is another quick Tera video, which will be a part 2 of our series. Anything I do with Tera from now on, I'm just going to go ahead and throw in there. However, this particular episode, I'm flying solo. Priz is not on right now. But I wanted to do a quick video, because I had talked to a few people. Some people have been asking me questions. I had one friend that I was discussing the game with a little bit, and kind of was asking me what's so neat about the game, that's kind of grabbed me a little bit about it in comparison to all the other MMOs. I mean, I've pretty much, people who know me, I've pretty much played every MMO that's ever come out, with the exception of maybe one or two, or maybe some of the real obscure Korean ones. But I mean, I was a beta tester back on the original Ultima Online, so that gives you an idea. I've been playing them, which Ultima was basically the first one. And I've been playing them ever since. Played a lot of EverQuest, EverQuest 2, WoW, Lord of the Rings, just about every one I can think of, Rift, Star Wars Galaxies, and so on, Warhammer Online, so on and so forth. Anyway, one thing that's really neat about this game, though, is the combat. And I know some of you have been hearing that over and over again, that the combat is unique and all that, and it really is. I mean, other games have kind of done the real-timey type of combat, like the failed Tabula Rasa had a system where, you actually actively aimed and stuff. And there's been a couple others, probably. I know some of the stuff like the, I can't think of the name, the Vindictus, I think is the name of it. That one had a similar style. But this one just does it really well. And one thing I wanted to show you guys here, just real quick, is the way I have my combat set up, the way it works. Right now I'm level 26, as you can see. I'm almost 27. And I am on a PvP server, so there is the chance of someone coming here and jumping me, which would make the video a little more funnier. But, and they did just lower the number of instances, so there's a greater chance of that happening. But one thing I wanted to show you here, and if you can follow my mouse a little bit, is some of my main attacks. I've mapped them to my mouse in certain situations. And this game has a combo system where you kind of use a space bar as well. But the way it sort of works, and I'm not sure how this is going to work, I haven't actually tested this yet, so you'll kind of get to see me as I'm testing it. But for instance, some of my main attacks are kind of these first three right here. Or actually these three, and then I have F3, which is my leaping strike. But some of these I have mapped. So like my flatten and thunder strike, I have these mapped to my two side thumb buttons on my mouse. And I'm using a Rat7 mouse, for those that are curious, which is a really good mouse. I highly recommend it, the Cyborg Rat7. And then I have leaping strike bound to my middle mouse button. And as long as I just memorize that 4 and 5 are my magic power abilities, so I just pound 4, 5 to get magic power, and then everything else just kind of falls into place. Because your normal attack is on your left mouse button, your block attack is on your right mouse button, which for some classes that's a dodge or a leap away or whatever. So anyway, the point being, what I'm kind of building up towards, is what makes the combat so interesting is not only is it action-based and kind of fun, where you have to actually aim at targets and swing at them or shoot at them or whatever, but it's the fact that, unlike other games like, say, WoW, for instance, where on WoW I played a Warlock, was one of my main classes, where you're spending a lot of your time, especially if you're a healer, you spend a lot of your time just staring at buttons, and you're not really watching what's going on. Well, on this game, I just turned the UI off a little bit there to kind of show you that I can do combat perfectly fine, and I'm really never looking at my buttons, but this, just to kind of prove it, is that I don't even need to see the buttons to know what's going on. Now, the only bad thing about this is it will not show me the spacebar combos, but, and I'm going to attempt to do it on this one, is just from playing you learn them. So I mean, I know what the combos are going to be. So well, maybe not. It didn't seem to work that time. Maybe the combo system doesn't work if you're if you don't have the UI up. But the point being is that generally when I'm playing, I don't have to look at the UI. Oh, there it goes. Okay, yeah, it is working. See, so now I can charge up my spin ability. Yeah, it is working, even though I can't see him. I mean, it would take a little bit of practice, but I mean, I could play this way. I mean, of course it'd be dangerous to play this way because you can't really see your health bar or anything. But, like I said, it's just kind of making the point is that you're free to pay attention to the combat on this game more than most games. I mean, yeah, some people could probably argue that on WoW, once you memorize all your hotkeys, you could do the same thing. Which, I mean, I guess that could be true, but this game just does a much better job of not weighing you down with a whole bunch of button memorizations, and is especially with the way the combo system works, and I'll show you that now here just real quick. Let me, that goes to first person, that goes back. And I'll show you here an example, is what happens, let me finish getting this. The thing about mining, if you remember, or doing any of the gathering, is those buffs up at the top right, you get buffs from gathering, which is a unique system, so you pretty much, even when you're out adventuring, you want to harvest all the time. However, let me go ahead and just show you how the combo system works, why it's so cool, is that if you know one of your lead attacks, my lead up attack is Thunder Strike here. Well, Thunder Strike, I'm using my side thumb button on my mouse. And then it combos into, after it does Thunder Strike, it combos into Flatten, which then combos into Cyclone. However, when you get to the combo ones, I don't have to worry about hitting 2 and 1 or whatever those buttons are because it puts it on the space bar for you. So for instance, I'm going to hold my thumb button down. Okay, well, actually this is a bad example because I didn't have magic power. Let me get magic power and then let me build my power up in this guy, and then I'll show you. I'll just go ahead and do regular swings and build it up. These guys are a level higher than me, but I don't really have much problem beating them, so. Alright. Let's try that again. Alright, so on this group here, I'm going to go up. I'm going to charge Thunder Strike. Okay, so didn't do that. Now you see the spacebar popped up for my next ability, and then it pops up on spacebar for the next ability. So I just did 3 different abilities, but I only really had to push 1 button and then spacebar twice. So again, I charge that up. It puts spacebar for Flatten, and then it puts spacebar for Cyclone. So that's why you don't have to really sit there and stare at buttons like other games, because of how good a job they did with the combo system like that. And you can actually, I believe, and I haven't really messed with it because I've been fairly happy with the combos the way that they do them, but my understanding is right here you can even see the way they're chained together. And I believe somebody told me that you can change the combos to how you want, but like right here, the combo I was just doing, you can see Thunder Strike goes to Flatten, and then Flatten goes to Cyclone. So, and it actually shows you can even adjust the display time and all kinds of stuff like that. So you can actually, you know, see how you can set up your own combos, I believe. You can actually drag them in here and set the combos how you want them. So if you find that you like doing a certain combo in a certain order, you can set it up that way. So again, we'll do it more. Now see, this retaliate, when you do retaliate, it goes into leaping strike. I don't know if I totally agree with that setup, but you know, hey, whatever, that's fine. These guys are kind of a pain because they jump back on you. And if these were more dangerous mobs, I'd be blocking and trying to evade a little bit more, but One thing that's nice about the Berserkers, you do have heavy armor, so you can kind of take a little bit of a beating. You know, Berserkers again are heavy armor, burst melee DPS, and their Achilles heel is that a lot of their attacks take build-up times, so they're a little bit slow on their attacks. So like here you see me charging this up. So if someone was smart, they could get out of the way of attacks with Berserkers, and so Berserkers have to get really good about their timing and stuff. But again, you just saw me do all three of those attacks, and I basically hit one button on my mouse, and then the other two keyed from the spacebar. So I mean, it really makes the combat. Let's see, right there, I missed. God, that teleport thing they do, man, that's crazy. So it kind of gives you an idea of how the combat is kind of unique. Now see, like right here, if I saw that they were going to attack, I can block. See, I get a defensive bonus from blocking. See, again, my jump there is bound to my middle mouse key. So I kind of keep that bound on there, so it's really easy to, you know, if I need to, someone's running, I can do that kind of a thing. So anyway, that is a quick video. I won't take up any more of your time. The next video coming out will probably be some more footage of me and Priz and possibly our other friend doing some PvP, or maybe I'll do a video of us fighting one of the really big, like, BAM monsters or something, or one of the instance bosses. So that will be our next video coming up very soon. So again, just wanted to kind of show the combat system and why it was so interesting. And yes, as I get better armor, it seems like it keeps becoming less and less armor actually on my character. So, but that's another discussion. Thanks for watching.